Hi everyone, this is a little presentation that I've made for you to help review how to make questions and negatives using auxiliaries. So let's get started. Let's start with the present perfect forms first, and remember there's two parts to the present perfect. You have the auxiliaries have or has if it's third person singular, and that goes with the past participle of the principal verb. And those verbs of course can be irregular, such as spoken or eaten or seen, or they can be regular, such as worked. So when we form a question, again, we use the auxiliary have or has, and the principal verb does not change. It stays in the form of the past participle, as in this example. Have you spoken to your mother lately? Or where have you seen those people? And it doesn't matter if it's a yes/no question or an information question. And the same rule applies for the negatives. The auxiliary goes to the negative form, haven't or hasn't, but the past participle, the principal verb, does not change. It stays in the past participle form. Let's look at some examples. I haven't eaten lunch yet, or she hasn't gone to the beach recently. We're using these auxiliaries, haven't or hasn't, and again, the principal verb stays in the past participle form. So let's look at progressive. And remember our rule stays the same. You must have be with ing. So here our verbs are in the ing form. And the auxiliary is always a form of be, whether it's in the present, am, is, or are, or it's in the past, was or were. So some examples: is it raining? Were you sleeping when I called? The principal verbs stay in the ing form. Doesn't matter if it's a yes/no question or, again, an information question. Why was he laughing? Or where are you living now? Same with the negatives. The auxiliaries change to the negatives, but the principal verb stays the same in the ing form. Okay, let's look at some examples. They aren't doing their job. I am not feeling well these days. Lucy wasn't trying very hard, or we weren't eating when they called. Okay, finally, let's look at questions and negatives with all of the other auxiliaries, such as do, did, does, or some of the modals, can, could, should, would, or will. And with all of the other auxiliaries, the principal verb reverts to the base form of the verb. So in a question, do you like your job? Did he have a problem? Could you help me? Yes or no questions. Or again, with information questions. When will we have a test? Or how can you do this to me? Okay, negatives, the same. The auxiliary changes to the negative form, such as don't, or didn't, or shouldn't, or couldn't, but the principal verb stays in the base form. She doesn't like me. I am not coming to school tomorrow. You can't do that anymore, or I don't know anything about it. All right, so I hope you find this helpful, especially when you're doing your homework assignment for your day off.